Hello, Capricorn, my lovely friends. How are you? Welcome. It's full moon tarot time. I've got my decks out. I've cleared space. I am ready to do a reading for you. We're going to see what this full moon is bringing. We're going to ask for insight from Spirit. We're going to ask perhaps what you need to release for this full moon. I'm going to turn my camera down and we're going to dive right in and see what Spirit has to tell us. Okay, Capricorn, let's get your full moon reading. I'm going to begin by taking from the Shadow Work Oracle deck. And we're going to see what this full moon, what message Spirit has for you at this time, what you need to release, okay? This is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Take it as it resonates. It's a general reading. Okay, you might want to watch your Sun, Moon, and Rising to gain more insight into this month. All right, let's see what we have, please, for Capricorn. If you like the reading, please hit the like button, the subscribe, the notification bell to be notified of future readings. Drop me a comment, please. Let me know where you're from. Where are you watching from? Say hello. All right, here's what we have. Control issues and self-sabotage. Let's pull another one. Jumbled thoughts. Okay. Control issues. Fear of losing power or false security leads to vulnerability. Release, trust, and empower. Just pulled that one for Sagittarius as well. Self-sabotage, procrastination, negative self-talk, fear of failure. Ooh. Fear or failure undermine your success, overcoming resilience. All right. So maybe afraid to loosen your grip. You're holding on too tightly. You're thinking negatively about the outcome. You're afraid to trust. You're not trusting Spirit. And it is self-sabotaging you. Jumbled thoughts. The mind can make a heaven of hell, a hell of heaven. Confusion, anxiety, escape. All right. How do you talk to yourself? What is your thought life? What are your thoughts? We have jumbled thoughts and we have self-sabotage, which is your way of thinking. It has to do with the mind. Are you talking negatively to yourself about outcomes, about your worth? Maybe a little not believing things are going to work out. All right, Spirit, for Capricorn, please. For Capricorn. And Capricorn, if you find that this reading is resonating with you and you want to dive a little deeper into your personal life or issues or... Uh-oh. Did I just... What is that doing up there? Anyway, I do offer personal readings on my website, intuitivecrone.com. Let's see what we have here, please. Capricorn. We have accumulation and we have reflection. Let's see what if we have any more. Any more, please, Spirit. We have bound. All right, I think that's all I'm going to take here. I don't think there's any more. This pretty much sums it up. We have accumulation. If you have been accumulating too many obligations and unable to make a decision, you may need to clear your energy field Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Too many obligations. Are you afraid to say no? A lot of times, you know, when we're have a mind and thoughts that we tear ourselves down, you know, we don't think things are going to work, we're negative in our thinking. Sometimes we commit to things that we shouldn't be committing to for fear of backlash if we say no. You don't want to do that. If it is not for you, if your first inclination is to say no, then say no. You don't owe anybody an explanation for that. You have reflection. Contemplate on what you already understand about yourself and progress toward what you desire. Reflect in order to get the answers you seek. Reflection time to go within, take a deep dive, get to know yourself a little better perhaps. Really, really go deep and find out what it is that you want. We have bound. You may be obstructing your own progress, or something may be binding you. Consider the scenario again and check in to see if it's a signal that you need to shift direction. You may be obstructing your own progress. Self-sabotage. Okay? Procrastination, negative self-talk, fear of failure, all these things can undermine your success. I'm going to pull from the Soul Helper. For Capricorn, please, Spirit. Four. Oh. All right, I failed there. Big fail. Try again. Here we go. There you go. That's better. One more time. There we go. All right. The Capricorn, please, Spirit. Oh, what do we got here? Jumping right out. The Tree of Wishes is calling your name. An almost forgotten wish will now come true. Ooh, what have you forgotten about that you wished for long, long ago? Perhaps you gave up on it. Capricorn. Oh, my goodness, really? All right. A new strategy is required. Find the path to love and happiness. Yeah, okay. Let go of self-sabotage. Let go of the negative thoughts for doubt. Do the inner reflection, contemplation. Where do you need to change your mindset? You're going to have to take action, make a conscious effort to catch those negative thoughts or those sabotaging beliefs like, oh, it isn't going to work. All the negativity, when you recognize that, you need to turn it around. You need to turn, as soon as that thought comes in that says, this isn't going to work, I'm not good enough, turn it around. Say, yes, it is going to work. I am good enough. I am more than good enough, right? Recognize the value that you have. Nature is calling you. It wants to touch, fulfill, and protect you with its healing powers. So perhaps you need to get out in nature, connect. You might make that part of your meditation time. Go outdoors. Connect with nature as you do your self-reflection. I am going to pull now from the Mystic Cafe Tarot right here. For Capricorn, please, Spirit. What do we have for our lovely Capricorn? This full moon. What do they need to know? What do they need to release? They need to release self-sabotaging ways to talk. beliefs, actions, anything that goes against what you want your life to look like, what you want to manifest. If it is not in alignment, you need to let it go. Thoughts that aren't in alignment, you need to turn around. Okay? What else do we have here? Capricorn, please. Here we go. We have for Capricorn. Okay. There we go. The rest will be on the split. All right. And here's what we have. Right? We have it this way. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit wants it this way. Very nice. And then we have the Tower. I tell you, I've gotten this quite a few times in these readings for this full moon. We have the Three of Cups at the center. Very nice. The King of Cups. The Emperor. Ten of Wands. And the Empress. Nice. The Emperor and the Empress showing up for you. I like that. And the Magician on the bottom of the deck. Very nice. Very, very nice. Once you get out of these thoughts, this mental cycle, those thoughts that don't serve you, that bring you down, that are negative, that are creating worry and stress and anxiety, you're gonna, because you're here, okay, I'm just gonna clarify. Let's just clarify this. We're gonna use the Gilded Royale and clarify. Once you get out of that mind chatter, things will improve for you. You need to take the action necessary, okay, to put an end to the self-sabotage. This reminds me of the Ace of Swords here, or the Knight of Swords, taking the action, doing what's necessary to put an end to that. Release those self-sabotaging ways, those self-sabotaging thoughts, habits, okay? For the Nine of Swords, please. The Ten of Swords. Okay. They are not in the back. He has not been stabbed in the back. They are hovering above. Be careful. You are worried about something. I would say, rather than spending time in anxiety and worry, just make sure that you are proceeding cautiously, that you are prepared for anything unexpected that might come your way. We have Judgment here. Yeah. Honor yourself. Move forward with integrity. Speak your truth. But don't get caught up in anxiety. Just, live with integrity. Integrity not only toward others, where you're honest with others, but for yourself. Do not betray your own self either. Yeah, because this could very well also be that. If you're not sticking to integrity, you're not being authentic, speaking honestly, keeping with your true beliefs, you're going against, you're self-sabotaging, you're setting yourself up. Be honest with yourself as well as with those around you. Seven of Pentacles. All right, oh my God, more than I thought. Page of Wands, 10 of Wands, 4 of Cups. Okay, so assessing. 7 of Pentacles. Take a step back. Has it been worth it? This Page of Wands is playful energy moving forward. The 10 of Wands is reaping the harvest. It could also be laying your burdens down. Are you burdened? Or is this where you've planted your seeds, what you've nurtured, has it been worth your while? Or should you look for something new? We have the 4 of Cups here. The Page of Wands, though, is a nice energy. It's playful. It is not all work and no play. But then you have the 10 of Wands here, which is, let's face it, he is heavily laden with the burden. The 4 of Cups, he's under a tree reading, but he is aware of the cup being offered. So really take a look at things and where you want to put your energy, and be open to receiving anything new that might come in for you. Okay, it's 9 of Pentacles, please. On the floor, of course. 10 of Cups. Yeah, look at that. This is what's there for you. What is this one? 3 of Pentacles, collaboration. But collaboration only in as far as it is in your best and highest good to collaborate. Knowing where to put your trust, your faith, what to invest your time and energy in, which relationships, which partnerships, which collaborations. Because over here it is questionable with this 9 of Swords and the 10 of Swords. Okay, use discernment moving forward, and make sure your own mind is clear too, because we've got jumbled thoughts and sabotage here. A need for reflection, for going within, for gaining some insight. Okay, so move forward cautiously. Make sure you're examining everything. Your motives, the people around you, their motives, outcomes. Make sure you're not missing anything. And we have the Tower here too showing up. What's this Tower that's coming? What is this Tower, Spirit? What's this Tower? All right. On the floor, of course. They have a habit of flying onto the floor. 8 of Swords. Wow. That's a self-imposed prison. But something... this Tower moment. And we have a 7 of Pentacles again. And a 7 of Swords. Hold on. And then the 8 of Swords. Okay. Assess, assess, assess. Every situation, every idea, every offer, every relationship, every thought that you get, put it under a microscope. Is it a good thought? Is it a beneficial thought? The people around you, do they uplift you or do they bring you down? Are some of these people sneaky and conniving behind your back? what is worth what you've been investing here with the Seven of Pentacles. I do believe you are going to free yourself. This Tower moment is some change that you yourself are going to impose, are going to put into action. Because once you start seeing where you're self-sabotaging, where your thoughts are not positive and not helping you, and you start examining everything and examining relationships and situations and whatnot, you're going to come to realize what is in alignment on your path and what is not. And you are going to be able to see the things that you need to let go of, that you need to free yourself. Okay? You're going to know what's not in alignment. It needs to be released so that you can free yourself and move forward. We have the Three of Cups here, which is very nice in the center, because this tells me that you still, regardless of those that aren't a benefit to you, okay, they're not as supportive and uplifting, or they are using you, lying to you, there's a little deceitfulness, they're in it for themselves. Despite those relationships, those circumstances, you have plenty of people around you supporting you, seeking your best and highest good, okay? They support you in that. Those are true friends. You do have people around you. Let me see. Oh, okay. We have the Star. We have the Tower again. So yeah. Wow. You are going to create some necessary change. You are going to create some necessary change. You're going to make a decision. You have a decision to be made. A decision to make. And it's maybe going to cause, wow, 2 towers here. So I don't know if this is one big thing or you have a big tower here and a little tower here. I'm really believing that the larger tower is something that you're seeing is an absolute, this has to change, and there's this sudden changing in your approach to things. You realize what you need to do to free yourself. But I think this may create a tower moment in some of your relationships, because you are no longer allowing yourself to be imposed upon. You are not allowing others to control you, to influence you as much. You're following your path, what aligns with you, and cutting away the rest. And that is not going to sit well with some of the people around you, because they like you just the way you are, if it's benefiting them, okay? So watch for that. Examine things. Get clear. Make sure you have all of your information when you're making your decision. We have the Six of Swords here. We have you moving in a new direction. We have you moving out of this stormy water, these tower moments, this chaos perhaps that has been created, and moving into calmer waters. You will get through it, and you will pursue the wish, the dream, the star. The star. Let's clarify the King of Cups. Is this somebody coming in perhaps for you? What is this King of Cups? Oh, wait a minute. There's a card right there that I missed. How did I miss that? Which one did I miss this for? There's a Two of Cups, divine partnership. Does that have to do with your king? Is that what's going to come in? Let's clarify this King of Cups, please, Spirit. King of Cups. Whoa, okay, that one's flying. 8 of Wands, things happening quickly, movement, forward movement. And we have 5 of Wands, which is conflict, obstacles. Okay, you're overcoming those. There could be a King of Cups coming in. He is in control of his emotions. Or maybe it's you needing to get control over your emotions and to become more stable and overcome the obstacles so that the movement forward can happen. That's a possibility there. We also have the Emperor card and the Empress, so let's see where that's going. Emperor, please. Emperor. Oh, goodness. Emperor. And again, I have to catch some from the floor. We have 7 of Cups. Where'd the other one go? And the King of Swords. Oh, goodness. Now, he's the opposite of this King of Cups, where the King of Cups knows his heart, his emotions, feels them, acknowledges them, but he stays balanced and controlled. This King of Swords, there's no room for emotion. He is cold, sometimes indifferent, but he's also intellectual and intelligent. And we have the 7 of Cups, which is, it could be options before you, but it can also be that you need clarity. Step into your power, the Emperor. Capricorn, step into your power. You have authority over your life. Get a handle on your emotions. Find a balance between your emotions and your intellect to gain the clarity. Okay? Don't allow your emotions, negative thinking, thoughts, self-sabotaging ways to confuse you. Okay? There's a need to connect with your emotions as well as your intellect, to find a harmonious balance with the two. 10 of Wands, please. The World. You're ending a cycle, beginning a new cycle here. This is going from one, reaping the harvest and moving forward into the new opening, new opportunity, new beginning, new endeavor, wow. Knight of Swords, taking quick action. You are moving toward this, not hesitating to take advantage of this world opportunity. I like that. Empress card, please. Right. The 4 of Swords. Time for rest and the Devil. I need more. Another card, please, Spirit. The Ace of Cups. Okay, yes. When you release this devil energy, this self-sabotage, these things that hold you back, keep you trapped in this 8 of Swords, trapped and bound to this devil energy. Look at this. The 4 of Swords, the time of rest, contemplation, self-care. You're creating a new beginning for yourself. One that is abundant and overflowing. One that is balanced, where you have the tools you need to birth what it is you seek to create in your life. You have the Magician here too. You have what you need to manifest the life that you want. But not until you release self-sabotage. You release negative self-talk. You release any procrastination, any fear of failure, anything that undermines your forward movement. It needs to be released. All right, let's... All right, Spirit. In closing, please, for Capricorn. I'm running out of room here. In closing for Capricorn. All right. Time to work on that self-sabotage, Capricorn. Time to stop holding yourself back with limiting beliefs, with negative talk, thoughts, procrastination because of fear. Time to release all that self-sabotage. You can't control the outcome either. You can't control everything. Don't fear the outcome. Just move forward. Don't self-sabotage. Trust and seek Spirit's guidance on what direction to take. You have what you need. Connect with nature. Okay, look at that. Time of travel. Another boat. You might be doing some traveling soon here. One more. Oh, look at that. He's putting on a show. Okay, let's read some of this. I do not know what these quite mean. He's also reflecting the image. So maybe you're reflecting an image that isn't 100% you. Because you're afraid. Because you don't quite believe in yourself or believe that it could work for you. Maybe that you're good enough. Let me see. Number 5 and number 22. Okay. Number 5. Flights of fancy, leap of faith, taking a next step. 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did. So throw off the bowlines. Sail away from the safe harbor. Catch the trade winds in your sails. Explore, dream, discover. If you take that leap of faith, oh, the places you could go. But you'll never know until you try. We can dream and hope and take that leap, but there are risks involved. Nevertheless, we do not have to be a tarot fool innocently leaping from a cliff. We can instead assess the scenario, the dangers, and prepare. We can train or educate ourselves, become informed, take precautions, and increase our chances of success. All things we've pretty much touched on in this reading. Let's see what number 22 says. We've talked about assessing the situation. We've talked about looking at situations, being aware of whether or not they benefit us. Reflections, looking back, hindsight. A moral being is one who is capable of reflecting on his past actions and their motives, of approving of some and disapproving of others. Success, failures, mistakes, and regrets all belong in the past and cannot be changed. Some things should not be dwelt upon, and we should move on. But both the good and bad have value and have contributed to what we are now, and offer lessons to be learned for future decisions. The distance of time adds context and perspective to a nostalgic view of past events. In this scene, a man views a selection of images from his past. A retro-styled projector is loaded with images of other cards from his deck. As his expression is neutral, it's unclear whether those projected images are evoking fond memories or painful regrets. Probably like any album or catalog from the past, it'll be a mixture of both. Do not dwell in the past. There may also be a tendency to overlook details and remember with emotional bias rather than accuracy. And there comes the need for a balance between the intellect and the emotion. All right, let's pull from our runes. Spirit, Capricorn, please. What do we have? All right. We have waves, actions, okay? Also has to do with movement and purity. So, and I do see movement here with the Six of Swords and with this ship card here. You could, and the Eight of Swords is movement, things moving. So there is movement here. The way you approach things, the way you handle things, the decisions you make are going to determine whether that movement is in your favor or not. Whether it's, because you have the Eight of Swords here, you have things that you need to assess, that you need to look at. You have Tower moment. Make sure you take the time to really step back and examine every situation before moving forward. You have Uruz, which is ox, has to do with strength and power and endurance. You have what you need to get through any difficulty. Trust that. Know that. Seek out guidance from your higher self and connect with your inner strength here. Yeah, we have Thursaz here, which is to move forward with caution. And yeah, because you have the Tower moment here, and you have all these, you know, the Eight of Swords, these energies that you're going to have to watch for. All right? You're going to have to weigh things out. What is in your best and highest good and what is not. Okay? Move forward with caution, examining every situation, and things will look at this, dégâts, daylight, success, balance, hope. It's a breakthrough. It's daylight, okay? It's revelations. So you will see what you need to change, what you need to do. You just need to go within, spend the time in self-reflection, determining where you're self-sabotaging, what it is that you need to release, that needs to change. Because when you tap into your inner strength, connect with spirit, and move forward with caution, seeking that guidance as you move, your success is there for you. You have learned a lot on your journey, and you need to implement that. You need to incorporate that as you move forward, as you take action towards your future. Release the negativity. Release the fear of failure, the procrastination, okay? Anything that is causing you confusion, anxiety, whatnot, okay? This is what I have for you, Capricorn. Thank you for joining me. If you like the reading, you connected with it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell. You'll be notified of future readings. Have a blessed month. Have a blessed full moon.